Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing weeks 8 and 9 of Kenneth being away at boot camp. Right now I am in my bathroom at my house in Houston, so I apologize if it's kind of echoey. I had to make do with lighting that I have here because I don't have extra lamps and lights to put on myself like I have at the dorm. So sorry about that. But if you are not already subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, show me some love, and we will get on with the video. Okay, so first I want to say that I did want to make weeks 8 and 9 together in one video because I didn't think that enough happened in week 8 to make a decent video. But now that I've gone through everything and wrote it out, there's a lot to tell you guys. So I went through all of the letters, which there are 7. There are 7 letters that I got in those 2 weeks, and I went through all of them, wrote down like points that I want to tell y'all and other things that happened in those 2 weeks. So I'm going to start with things that went on with me. Some life updates on myself is I ran out of pictures to send Kenneth, so I had to run to CVS, and then he also told me that he wants some more like wallet-sized pictures of me, or like a new wallet-sized picture, because the one that he has at boot camp right now is from my high school graduation. So like a year and a half ago I took that picture. I had long hair, before I chopped it off, and it was all brown. There was no blonde, so I don't look exactly like myself in the picture that he has. So I took a new one and sent it to him so he has a brand new one. Also, last week, might have been the week before, I skipped a chemistry lab to go to the rodeo because if you are from Texas or like around here, you know the Houston rodeo is like a huge thing here. And for me and my family, it's a tradition. I go every single year, and my family just happened to have tickets on a day that I had chemistry lab, so I just decided to get out of Huntsville real quick, and they didn't have to know about it. So I had 2 things really exciting happen to me in the past 2 weeks. I don't remember which one was when, but back in January, I actually applied to be in Sam Houston's Bachelor of Fine Arts for Mass Communications. So basically, I had to fill out an application and then submit 3 videos that I have made, and then write little summaries about my role in them and how I participated and like where the ideas came from and all that kind of stuff. And they reviewed it all over, and I finally got an email saying that I was accepted, which is super exciting because I was just like a Bachelor of Arts for film and television, but now that I'm like fine arts and you had to be accepted, it's a smaller group and they work together more, and there's just more opportunities, so I was really excited about that. And then the other one is I applied, I think it was in February, that to be a Bearcat camp counselor. So back in August, before I came to Sam, Maggie and I went to Bearcat camp, which is just for freshmen, and you, with a whole bunch of other freshmen, you go to this camp in the woods with like a lake and canoes and cabins, and you make a whole bunch of friends. There's a whole bunch of partying and swimming and all that kind of stuff, and we loved it, like loved it. So as soon as they were like, hey, we're taking applications for camp counselors for next summer, I was like, I'm doing it. And there were 2 interviews, and both Maggie and I got accepted. So that's gonna be really fun, and it's the whole month of August. We're gonna be at camp talking with freshmen, getting freshmen ready for college just like they did for me. So I really loved that. Also, in the past week, I decided to add a minor to my major for graduation. So I'm just a mass communications major with film and television, and I decided to add a marketing minor, which adds about 18 hours, I believe, to my plan. So now I'm gonna have to take some summer classes in order to catch up so I can still graduate within 4 years, because adding 18 hours adds a little over a semester to your graduation date, and I'm really not trying to stay in college longer than 4 years. So that is my plan. So also going back to the whole rodeo thing, I have now been to the rodeo 3 times, and it's very common for me to go multiple times every year just because I love it so much. But the second time I went to the rodeo this year is really sticking out with me because we saw Kane Brown. I don't know if you guys listen to country music. I listen to country music, but Kane Brown is very popular right now, and he has a song called Homesick. When I listened to Homesick, I didn't really know, I mean, I like knew the song, but I didn't think specifically about what the song is about. And I was sitting there, it was me, my sister, my mom, and my dad, and he was just singing, you know, whatever, and he goes to play Homesick, and on the big screen, a picture that pops up is of a Marine, and I was like, oh crap, this is a military song. And I just like, I don't even know how to explain the feeling because I've never really felt like my heart drop that fast. Not even on a roller coaster or anything like that. Like, my heart dropped to my stomach as soon as I saw that picture of the Marine, because I was like, oh my god, like, it hit me so hard. I did not expect it to hit me so hard. It was out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it, so it just like caught me off guard, and I started crying. I was crying at the rodeo while he was singing Homesick, and my sister was like, oh, and my mom got teary-eyed because I was crying, and my mom was like, there's not much longer, like, just get through it, and so yeah, that was very, very, very touching for me and stuck out big time. So also, what happened not a couple days ago, but like earlier last week, I asked a whole bunch of Kenneth's friends, like practically all of his closest friends, put them in a big group chat on Instagram and told them, hey, I want to make a Crucible letter for Kenneth, but I think he would love hearing from his friends also. Like, he hears from me all the time. He doesn't hear from his best guy friend because guys don't write letters back and forth to each other, honestly. And so I decided to do that, but because I was in Huntsville, all of them were just text messages. So I went through every single one, and there were 18 friends that sent me something to send to Kenneth. So I wrote every person's message down and then drew like a bubble around it to make it look like a text message, you know? It's kind of like the speech bubble. Yeah. So I wrote that for every single one, and then I wrote my own and put it all in a letter, a picture, and then put a sticky note on the letter in the envelope that said, do not open until week of Crucible. So I'm really hoping he doesn't open it early, but I thought that would be really special. And he's so, I don't want to say he's emotional, but things touch him, and I think seeing that and seeing the effort that I put into that, he's gonna get all teary-eyed. He's gonna be like, oh. Because his one thing before he left was like, I don't want to be forgotten. And I said, I'm gonna make sure that you are not forgotten when you go to boot camp. Like, I promise you, you're not gonna be forgotten. And I think I did it. Because the Crucible is so late into boot camp, I won't get a response to the Crucible, so I'm gonna have to ask him when I see him, but I'm sure like he's gonna have an emotional response. Okay, so throughout these letters, this first one that I got, which by the way, I have gotten 25 letters from him total now, which is a lot to me. I'm really happy with that. So this first one made me laugh. I'm not gonna like read the whole letter, but he started a game of tic-tac-toe, y'all. A game of tic-tac-toe. I don't think he realized, okay, I've already responded to this letter, and so I took a picture of this so that he doesn't cheat, and I know exactly where he put his X, and so he put the X, and then I put my O, and I sent it, but because the Crucible is literally like a little over a week from now, this is gonna be the longest tic-tac-toe game, and it's not gonna finish. I know for a fact it's not gonna finish, but I thought that was really funny. I was like, are you kidding me? You wanna play tic-tac-toe right now? Anyways, so after that letter, some things just like throughout all of these, are he got his tan belt in MCMAP. So if you don't know what MCMAP is, it is Marine Corps martial arts. So it has more like combat stuff, just things of that nature. I'm not an expert or anything like that, but I know they had to do some kind of testing in order to gain their tan belt, and he passed this test, and it looked like he was excited about it because he puts exclamation points. Also, something really exciting for him was they finally got their name tapes. So again, name tapes are like when you see a Marine in their uniform and it says their last name here and then U.S. Marines, they finally got that on the uniforms that they have. So he was super motivated. He was like, Kourt, I am motivated. I'm so excited that it finally says U.S. Marine, even though he's technically not one yet until after the Crucible. It says it with his last name, and that was the most exciting thing of that letter. So I feel so bad. Okay, I feel so bad because y'all know how I told y'all I don't want to tell him that I'm gonna be going to California to see his graduation? Well, I made up an excuse to tell him, like, oh, I'm struggling with money, like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to go, because I didn't want to just flat out say no, like that would make him sad. So I said, I'm not sure. This boy said, you need to let me know ASAP, because if not, I'm gonna send you money so that you can be here for graduation. He's offering to pay my plane ticket because they're getting paid while they're at boot camp. He's like, I'm gonna pay your plane ticket, like you're gonna be at graduation. Oh my gosh. I already bought my plane ticket, so a little too late, but whatever. The thought that he like wants me there so bad that he will pay for it makes me really happy. Go you, go you. They're officially at Camp Pendleton now, so they all had to like pack up their stuff and drive up there. So one thing that he put in the letter was that he was excited to be in a vehicle. I guess it's just been a long time since he's been in like a moving thing. I don't know, but he's very excited to be in a car apparently, so thought I'd share that information. On this letter, let me see where'd it go. Okay, on this letter, I put on here to read it to y'all. Okay, so on the back it says Simplify, and he put always faithful with like a little heart. I don't know if y'all can read that, but I love him so much. Okay, I think I wanted to read this one to y'all because it has information. So he woke up an hour early for fire watch, which means he woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Did some drill, hygiene, final drill, best looking camis, and then practiced for a little bit, and then did it. Okay, so we placed 6th out of 6th in the initial drill, then 3 weeks later placed 4th, so still not very good, but improved, and they beat their rival platoon. I think we have a good chance at winning honor platoon, but it goes off of points, and the chain of command doesn't want us to win, so we have to work harder. This is the first letter in Pendleton. We like it a lot better here. We're treated more like Marines, more responsible, and they have more responsibilities. The house is older, but it's nicer, but the racks are just harder. So the racks are like, they're beds. They're like bunk beds, just not very nice, obviously. He said, I told you we started off with 106 recruits, and they're now down to 62, which means that all of those guys have either dropped out or have been removed at some point. He was saying that a while ago, a lot of them were going to medical for sicknesses and other stuff just going around. I don't know if that's it. It's probably injuries also, or just not being able to handle it. I don't really know. He doesn't give specifics, but he said this is only for the strong, and I thank you and my mom for that because letters give me strength. I'm so motivated now. We have names in U.S. Marines on our camis and only 3 weeks away from the Crucible. when I'm making this video, it's a little over a week away. Thank you for all the pictures. I'm holding them and showing everyone. I talk about you all the time. I literally miss you so much. Every chance I get to take out your picture from my left pocket breast above my heart and just look at it. You're literally so beautiful and I just miss you. Can't wait to hug you. Blah, blah, blah. So I know that a lot of them do keep pictures of their girlfriends or whoever they love in the pocket above their heart. So it's really cute to know that he has me there. And he does think about me as much as I do, even with everything going on there. It's good to know because I know he's going through a hard time, but like I'm also going through a hard time, which a lot of people don't recognize like what the families are going through while they're doing that, because obviously their stuff's so much harder. Just like emotionally we have a hard time as well. He said at Pendleton it's really pretty because on one side they can see the ocean and on the other side it's like a mountain range, and he says he can see the Reaper, which is the very last thing of the Crucible. It's just the giant mountain that they hike up, and once they get to the top it's not like a ceremony, well kind of, they get their final like official EGA when they're at the top and the DIs are shaking their hands like congratulations Marines, and it's a very emotional thing. So like to see his goal is probably very motivating. It would be for me. I know I'm like a crybaby. I think everything is so touching and so moving. So I can just imagine like how it is for him. They've been doing a lot of shooting and hiking, but the hiking is no like walk in the park. He said it's very fast paced. It's like a speed walk and a jog, carrying a really heavy rucksack with their rifle, and it's freezing. He said it's really cold in the mornings and at nights there in Pendleton. They have some new ditties. I don't really know what a ditty is, you guys, but I'm assuming that a ditty is like a saying that they have. I don't know, but they have some new ones, and it's, oh, one shot, one kill, ready to die but never will. And those who have fallen before us will never be forgotten. So that's pretty cool. He finally wrote back to Maggie. So Maggie wrote a letter to him a while ago. And then in one of these envelopes, there was one folded piece of paper that said Kourt&Ken Danielle, and then there was one that said Maggie. And so I left Maggie's on her desk. So I don't know if I'm assuming she's seen it by now, but she hasn't said anything to me about it. Okay, so one funny thing that he said was at Pendleton, it's a lot harder physically. And so he put in quotes, I now embrace the suck. I'm glad you're thinking positive. I'm very proud that you were finally embracing the suckiness of boot camp. So I know I told y'all that I didn't want to give him his jewel back. He finally talked about his jewel in one of these letters. So he said, I know I've been off of it for a while, but me and several other guys like fantasize. He used the word fantasize. Their first hit on their jewel after graduation. So I think my whole plan of not giving it back to him isn't gonna go through. He's probably gonna get it whether I give it to him or not. Ow, sorry y'all, my feet. Okay, how I was sitting. Oh, both of my feet just fell asleep. Ow. It feels like little ants. Ow. Ow. I'll get back 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so the very last thing that I want to tell you guys that happened was in the last letter that I got. He had told me that he's been talking. Okay, so all the guys talk about their girlfriends, show each other pictures, whatnot. But he's been telling them about our YouTube channel. He told them the name of it and I guess just kind of what we want to do with it. But he asked me kind of what's been going on with the channel, like how many subscribers do we have, how is it going, what kind of videos have we been doing. And with that, he said, or because he said that he's been telling other people literally not even an hour after I read that letter, I got a comment on one of my videos from a girl, and she said, hey, I really love your videos. I found out about your channel because my boyfriend is in the same company as your boyfriend. How cool is that? So I started talking to her a little bit because, like, Kenneth, all the way in San Diego, told his buddies about our YouTube channel, and then his buddies, I guess, told their girlfriends in a letter, sent the letter all the way back to wherever they live. I'm pretty sure she also lives in California, but still through a letter. Told her about it, and now she's subscribed. And, like, I know somebody whose boyfriend is with my boyfriend. Okay, it might not be cool to y'all, but to me, I thought it was really, really cool. Like, just the way, like, things work. I don't know. And it was not even an hour after I read that he had told them about it. So I'm really excited to tell him that, because then he will tell her boyfriend, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm sure he already knows. I don't know, okay? I just thought it was really cool, and I would share that with you guys. So if you are not already subscribed to our channel, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and I will be back next week. I promise, okay, I promise I will be back next week with week 10 update, because other things are going on. We're getting very, very close to the Crucible and to graduation and to family day. So many exciting things, which means so many exciting vlogs. So stay tuned with us, and I will see you guys again in my next video. Follow our social media, our Instagrams. He will be back and will maybe follow you back. I'm sure he probably will. Honestly, I think he follows everyone who follows him. But we love you guys, and I will see you in our next video.